Have you ever thought she loved you just because she texted, "I miss you"? Well then, congratulations, you just got beautifully fooled by emotional illusion. The truth is, women can say all sorts of things, but only when they do the things no one sees, the things they don't need credit for. That's when it's real love. In this video, I'll reveal 6 quiet things women only do for the man they truly love. Not for the nice guy, not for the handsome one, but for the man who made her heart decide to lay down its weapons. And if you've ever wondered, does she really love me? By the end of this video, you'll know, clearly. No fortune teller needed. Watch until the end, because the final sign might leave you silent for a moment. Not out of shock, but because you'll realize, someone once loved me like that, and I didn't understand enough to hold on to it. Part 1. She cares for you like a mother, but she's not your mom. Have you ever just sat there, staring blankly at a steaming cup of coffee in front of you, wondering how it even got there, and then realized, oh, she brought it without you saying a word? That's not magic. That's the first sign you live in her heart, silently but deliberately. When a woman truly loves you, she becomes someone who takes care of you in a way that doesn't make you feel like a child, but like a man being quietly supported. Don't confuse this with manipulation or some trust-baiting game. No. This comes from the deepest place in her heart, where love doesn't need to prove itself, it just needs to show up. When she asks, "Did you eat yet?" it's not because she wants to micromanage your diet. It's because she genuinely wants to know if you're treating yourself kindly. She'll remember the tiniest details about your day, from that meeting you didn't even care about, to the way you wince when you can't scratch your back. Not because she's got nothing better to do, but because in her eyes you're worth paying attention to. The important thing is, this kind of care doesn't come from obligation or expectation. It comes from freedom. And only when a woman feels safe enough to let her feelings flow, that kind of nurturing becomes real. So if you receive it, don't treat it like it's nothing. Understand that you've stepped into sacred territory, where small actions are giant love letters. And if you're careless with it, well, congratulations again. You just threw away something rare that most men never get twice. Part 2. She protects you when you're not around, like a silent bodyguard, no armor needed. True love doesn't always show up in candlelight or hand-holding beneath golden street lamps. Sometimes it hides in the moments you never even witness, like when she's out having coffee with friends and someone starts poking fun at you. A woman who truly loves you won't laugh just to blend in. She'll shut it down with a glare sharp as a knife and a calm, "That's not funny." Not everyone has the guts to do that, because defending someone who isn't there, that gets you nothing. No applause. No, "You're such a noble girlfriend" badge. She still does it, because your dignity matters to her. It's not a joke. It's sacred ground, and anyone who trespasses gets dealt with. That's loyalty without glitter. She doesn't need you to see it. She does it simply because you're the one she's chosen, and that's enough. On the flip side, if she lets others mock your name, poke at your flaws, and stay silent like she never loved you, then I'm sorry, but she's not the woman you need in hard times. She's just someone who liked you when you were polished, well-dressed, and entertaining. But a woman who loves you? She'll become your invisible shield, not because she has to, but because she can't stand to see your name dragged through mud. Because real love isn't loud. It protects even when nobody's watching. Part 3. She unfollows others before you even ask, because in her heart, you're already home. You probably think being officially in love begins after the two of you sit down and seriously say, "Let's be a couple." Wrong, my friend. For a woman who truly loves you, the relationship starts before you even realize it has started. She doesn't need you to remind her. She doesn't need you to be subtly jealous. She just knows, in her heart, you're no longer someone I'm talking to, but someone I don't want to lose. She starts muting pointless conversations. She ignores those "let's grab a drink and vent" invitations. Not because you asked her to, but because when a woman truly loves, she naturally wants to shrink her world down to just you and what keeps the relationship steady. What you might think is just coincidence, she stops going to bars, stops posting thirst traps, stops chatting late at night, is actually a quiet, unflashy process of emotional recalibration. So don't be fooled by people who shout, "Women have the right to be free." Yes, everyone has rights. But real love doesn't use rights to test boundaries. It uses voluntary choice to protect something fragile but precious. A woman who truly loves you will lock the door to her heart before you even knock. Not because you're perfect, but because in her eyes you deserve to be loved with clarity, not ambiguity. And if you ever have to ask, "Are you still talking to other guys?" well, that question is already the answer. Because when a woman truly belongs to you, she doesn't prove it with words. She proves it by quietly walking away from everything that isn't you. Part 4. She doesn't enter your life like a storm, just like a stream deep enough to stay. Real love doesn't need to be loud. It doesn't come with red banners, cheesy background music, or a 5-tier wedding cake falling from the sky. Sometimes it seeps into your life the way she starts enjoying the music you always play, even though she used to call it music for broken-hearted people. A woman who truly loves you doesn't try to turn you into her project. She doesn't show up to teach you how to live, how to breathe, or how to text with the proper relationship formula. She shows up to understand you, really understand. Not to change you, but to harmonize. Not to clip your wings, but to know when to fly beside you and when to step back, just enough not to block the wind. She won't get upset if you're busy with work. She won't panic if you go quiet for a night. And she won't stage a drama just because you forgot the 3-month anniversary of your first handhold. Yes, someone out there tracks that. Why? Because she gets it. You're a man, not a malfunctioning emotional device. Instead, she'll gently fit into your routine like a new habit you didn't know you needed, until you realize life's out of rhythm without her. But here's the most beautiful part. She doesn't vanish. She doesn't dissolve into you. She doesn't lose herself just to keep you. She still grabs coffee with her best friend, still reads her books, still lives her own life. But now, in her world, there's a steady place with your name on it. That's not possessive love. That's the kind of love that knows when to step forward, when to pause, and when to simply be still, so the two of you can grow together without stepping all over each other. Part 5. She doesn't run when you fall apart. She sits beside you, saying nothing, just being there. Want to know who truly loves you? Don't look at how they smile at you when you buy a new car, get promoted, or speak confidently in front of a crowd. Everyone finds it easy to love a man who's shining. But real love, it shows its face when you're shattered, when you fail, when you lose your way, when your eyes no longer hold light, but look like dim street lamps in the middle of the night. That's when you'll see who loves you, and who just loves your spotlight. The woman who loves you isn't afraid of your weakness. She won't rush to motivate you like those TikTok self-help gurus. She won't tell you to get up and hit the gym to start over. She'll simply sit next to you, sometimes saying nothing, because her presence is exactly what you need most. No judgment. No digging up past mistakes. No turning your flaws into lectures. Just a gentle hand on your shoulder or a quiet sentence. You don't have to win today, just don't give up. That's not pity, that's respect. The kind of respect that allows her to look at you at your most vulnerable and still choose to stay. Because for her, love isn't "we're happy as long as things are good." It's "you don't have to be strong with me, I'm here now." Love doesn't fear storms. What it fears is when you wear armor for so long no one dares come close. And if you've got a woman who dares get close, even when you've fallen, don't push her away just because you think you're not enough. Sometimes the one who truly loves you is the one who never needed you to be perfect. Part 6. She's not here to rescue you. She's quietly rebuilding the home inside you. Real love isn't loud. It doesn't show up wearing a giant sign that says, "Hi, I'm here to fix you." It's quiet. It appears in her eyes when you have nothing left to show except the cracks inside. When you collapse, feel lost, or are confused about who you are, she doesn't panic. She doesn't rush to force you back into manhood as the world defines it. She doesn't demand that you be strong or give ultimatums like, "Get it together or lose me." She's just there, as soft as a drop of water in a desert. No shouting, no expectations, just gently watering the dried-out parts of your soul. She doesn't love you because you're always right. She loves you even when you're wrong, and not blindly, but with a deep belief that you are not your mistakes. You're a man learning how to stand again, and all she needs is to believe in you enough to not walk away while you figure it out. She might challenge you, say the things you don't want to hear, but not to make you feel small, only to remind you, "I know who you are beneath the dust of this world, and I've never forgotten." So if you have a woman like that in your life, don't lose her just because you're scared of yourself. Let her walk beside you, not to pull you up, but to be with you while you walk back toward the light. And if you don't have a woman like that yet, don't go looking. First, become the man who's worthy of that kind of love. Because real love doesn't come for the perfect. It comes for those who are brave enough to grow with someone until neither of you has to hide your wounds anymore. Closing message. If you've watched this far, chances are someone has come to mind. Maybe she's still with you. Maybe she's someone you lost. Whoever she is, I hope you understand this. A woman who truly loves you is a privilege, not something to take for granted, but something to honor with the maturity, clarity, and gratitude of a man who's ready. If you've had a woman like that, love her right. If you're waiting for someone like that, become the kind of man she can trust. And if what I shared today spoke to you, hit that subscribe button, not to give me numbers, but to make sure you don't miss the kind of insights that might just change how you see relationships, starting today. Thank you for staying till the very end. I'll see you in the next video.